The 4 biggest challenges of being self-employed as a photographer. Let's get into it. So I'm going to go with number 1 is discipline. We are creatively minded. That tends to mean that we're not necessarily great at setting up routine and structure. And this is a big challenge when it comes to being self-employed. And on that, I would say that photographers, we tend to rely too much on motivation rather than using discipline. Motivation is very fleeting, but discipline is something that we can utilize every single day. So setting a schedule, being disciplined. Number 2, we tend to lack the necessary business skills. We focus a lot on the creative development, the technical side of photography, learning how to light, compositions, all of that. But we don't spend nearly enough time on our business development side, which is really 80% of running a business as a photographer, as opposed to just being a photographer who likes to take pictures. Now, the lack of these business skills wouldn't be that big of an issue, except for number 3, which is that we rely too much on trial and error, on kind of figuring it out myself, as opposed to using a step-by-step roadmap, finding something that's proven, getting a mentor, all of these. And because of this, we can go years in our business, leaving thousands, if not tens of thousands of dollars on the table, because again, going back to number 2, the lack of business skills. And if I had to pick number 4, it would be the lack of having a support group, the lack of having peers and kind of being surrounded by relationships. See, when you work in corporate, when you work at a job, you have other people around you. You have water cooler conversations. You can bounce ideas off each other. You can ask questions, all of that. But being a self-employed photographer means that unless you actively go out looking for a group of peers, that's something that we kind of lack on a day-to-day basis. And it gets not only lonely, it's difficult because we don't have a place to have support and feedback on the questions we might have.